Hello everyone, my name is Moji. You're watching a Bitcoin Bubble News channel. I believe I have 150, and I will stick with that. It looks like we'll get to 150, and if things go the way I think they will, there could be a plus above that. It's Mark Yusko's Guess What Will Happen with Bitcoin in 2024. From an interview earlier this year, that is. In today's clip, we will talk about what will happen next for Bitcoin in late 2024. Make sure you listen all the way through. This is a great one. If you're new to the channel, please think about becoming a subscriber. Every day we add new movies about Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. My name is Aaron and I work for Bitcoin Bros. Please visit our Patreon page to become a member of our VIP crypto group. We give you the best alpha in crypto and keep you up to date on the latest Bitcoin news. Check that out. Let's hear what Mark has to say about Bitcoin's future. There will be a bad surprise in 2024, I think. I believe that once again, there was neither a collapse nor a depression. Instead, I believe that after being on the negative side of the boat last year, everyone is now on the positive side. However, almost all macroeconomic indicators and leading economic indicators have just set new cycle lows. It's the lowest it's been in 4 rounds. I don't think we ever have. This seems good to me. I don't think we've ever had so many negative reports of LI in a row. Crazy. That's one PMI that's down. It's now PMI's turn. It's been brought up by Raul. I believe you just talked to Jim Bianco. I think Jim was talking about PMIs, but I think that's a lot of broad data that's a little bad. It's going to surprise a lot of people how low GDP was in the first quarter, but that's how things work. They change with the seasons, but they don't seem to do it right. That means it's always the last quarter. They might be getting close to zero, I think. It has reached its worst level of wealth and income inequality in the history of our republic. I don't know if it will go below zero. It really is amazing. When you start giving money to people at the top to bail them out, it looks like this. It's a risk-free deal for a bank to take money from one side of the house and lend it to the other side of the same house and make a spread. That has a handout from the government, and when they vote to give money to other governments and then use that money to buy shares in defense companies, or when, this is crazy, MS. Like is working on a bill about semiconductors while her husband trades NVIDIA options in real time, that corruption will lead to the need for your other prediction, which is that you have to give people money to buy things. So when you lower the value of the currency, prices start to go up. The trouble is that they don't go up in a straight line. They rise in a parabola shape. Once more, I don't want to say that it will be like Weimar, but that's where you get to where the only way for someone to live is with help from the government. Then, it's not even about staying alive, it's just vote for me and keep me in power. In order to make up for it, I have to give you enough free power, gas, spending money, something else. I guess I haven't heard the word UBI in a while. It's interesting, it was very hot. Like if I looked at Google searches for UBI, that big jump happened about 18 months ago. I don't hear as much about that now. However, I'm very concerned about the loss of value. That changes one of my other statements about Bitcoin prices, which is good. This is the year I've been talking about. This is crazy, there's been talk about this. I looked through my Twitter history to see when I first talked about this. This is something I've been talking about since 2018, which seems like a long time ago. That's a long time. I've been talking about this cycle for 14 years and people are sick of hearing about it. But now it's here. We're days, not weeks. 24 is coming up in a few days, and 2024 is the start. And this year, 2024, is the first year that the fair value is being cut in half. This brings it from 51 or 52, let's just round it up to 50, to 100, okay? Then, in June, we see the start of the steep drop in crypto prices. So we move from crypto summer, which was the move toward fair value, to the soaring, oh my god, FOMO, everyone in the pool peak. I also said that I believe the system has less power this time. That's the most we can hope for this cycle, a fair value of 1.5 instead of 2.3. The guys in question are at 250 though. I'm most likely around 150. That's just about supply and demand for the cut in half, the change, and the quantity that's available. When those financial advisors were told they had to get off of zero, they did. 10 basis points or $30 billion is what they had to do. Okay, if $30 billion were spent on Bitcoin, the price would change. But 1% is $300 billion, which isn't even a crazy number. With $300 billion, there is more money than ever before. In fact, there is more fiat cash than has ever been turned into Bitcoin in its first 15 years. No, it's $1 trillion stock, people say. I said, yeah, but $1 trillion haven't gone in yet. Okay, not even 200 billion have been turned into Bitcoin yet. Okay. The rest is made up of bid-ask spread, gain, network growth, and Metcalfe's law growth. So big changes are going to happen if you add 300 billion to an asset that hasn't had 300 billion added to it yet. But your point about which institutions were going to come in is also true. Look, I've spent my whole life dealing in institutions. I worked for 2 big allocators. I got paid to give these companies money. All of the people that everyone is talking about right now, Dauphin Miller, I had money with Stan Druckenmiller when he worked at Soros, when he left Soros, and when he ran Duquesne. Also, Howard Marks, you may have seen him in the news. I was one of the first investors with him when he left Trust Company of the West. I'm just old. I've been here for a long time and have put these people in charge. First, I know how much capital they have. Second, I know how forward-thinking they are. Third, I know what kind of cash they need to put their capital to work. To be clear, we're not talking about thousands or millions of dollars.